There was a community in the desert that sought neither fame nor power, but purity and truth. They called themselves the Sons of Light. They didn't live like everyone else. They refused to align with the religious system of their time, which they saw as corrupt. They didn't recognize the temple as holy, nor the high priest as legitimate. They were waiting for something greater. They were waiting for the Messiah. And they were convinced that the great final battle was about to begin. In their caves on the edge of the Dead Sea, they hid scrolls that didn't just contain biblical texts, but war plans. One of them, the most chilling, was called the War of the Sons of Light against the Sons of Darkness. This was not a symbolic conflict. It was a real war, a clash between good and evil, between the faithful remnant and the armies of the wicked. According to their writings, this battle would last 40 years, and its outcome would be the final victory of God and His Anointed One. They knew they couldn't count on Rome or Herod or the corrupt Jewish leadership. The enemy was already in power. The scepter was no longer in Judah, and to them that was a clear sign. The Messiah was near. Their weapons weren't just swords, they were laws, they were hymns, they were fasts. Their entire lives were consecrated. They trained for physical war, yes, but also for spiritual warfare. They believed their holiness was their shield and their purity, their sword. They lived as if Judgment Day was just around the corner, because to them it was. The enemy had many faces. The Kittim, what they called the Romans, the traitorous, priests, the Pharisees, and all who loved darkness more than light. The sons of darkness weren't just soldiers. They were all who stood against God's will. And in the midst of this tense atmosphere, a child is born in Bethlehem, a descendant of Judah, a man who doesn't belong to the official temple, who preaches in the wilderness, who exposes hypocrites and says, "I am the light of the world." To some, Jesus was that Messiah. To others, he was not. But one thing is certain, the Sons of Light were convinced they were standing on the edge of history, that everything was about to change, that the final battle foretold for centuries was about to erupt. And you, whose side are you on?